So I'm pretty stupid, but in the last 12 months alone, I've made $4.3 million selling products online. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it. Whoop, gotcha. All right, so in any business, you have customers that you need. Beautiful, beautiful Jimmy here. And Jimmy has his hard-earned dollars right here. And you, on the other hand, have a product. And your job is to get Jimmy's money in exchange for the product that you have. The only question is, of course, how do you do this? The thing is that most people go about this process the completely wrong way. Let's say that your goal is to make $1 million. What most people do is they think, okay, if I have, let's say, a $50 product, how many of those products do I have to sell per day to make $1 million? So in this example, it's pretty simple. You're just going to divide $1 million by 50 and you get 20,000. And then that divided by 365 is going to be a total of 54 customers per day. So your goal every single day is to bring in 54 customers that are worth $50. But here's the thing. This is the exact wrong way to think about it, because you are completely limiting yourself in terms of how much each individual customer is worth. So instead, this is what you should be doing. You want to take that same goal, but instead of selling a product that's worth 50 and customers that are worth $50, you're going to make each individual customer worth $150. And I know that's probably like, Mark, obviously I'm going to sell something more expensive if it's that easy. I promise I'm going to get to that in just 1 second, because it's actually easier to sell products that are worth $150 plus. And I'm going to show you how in just 1 second. So then you're going to take the 1 million and divide that by 150. And instead of getting 20,000, you're going to get 6,666. Nobody questioned that number. That divided by 365 instead of 54, that's going to be 18. That's only 18 people per day that you have to convince through your marketing to pay you money for you to make $1 million a year. Like, the math becomes so much different with 54 people compared to 18 people. So it really comes down to 5 things that you have to be pretty good at in order to actually make money and make the $1 million per year that you're really after. And that thing number 1 is the market. Who is the exact type of person that you're actually going after with the product that you're selling? The reason why is because a winning market is always better than a winning product. Let's say there's 2 people and they're both selling hot dogs in New York City. The first person is selling hot dogs in the most crowded part of town, and he has the best hot dogs in the entire city. The other guy actually isn't in a very populous part of town. His hot dogs aren't even that good. They don't even taste that good. Yet the second guy outsells the first guy every single time. And you want to know why? It's simply because every single person that walks by his stand is starving. And so that's why the market is so much more important than the product that you're selling. If you just go after a market that is starving, that is hungry, and you give them exactly what they want, you'll never have any problems making money. Now, if it were me and I was starting completely from ground zero, this is exactly what I would do to find a winning market. I would go to my Facebook feed, I would refresh, and I would stop as soon as I see an ad that has at least 10,000 likes on it. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna click on that ad and look at the product that is actually being sold. We want to go after a hungry market. Once you find a winning product, let's say it's like this posture corrector, right? You want to extrapolate what that market is. So what is the real problem that the posture corrector is solving? I think there's really 2. The first is just bad posture, but truthfully, I think that's just a symptom of the real root cause of the problem, which is the real hungry market, which is back pain. No joke, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry right here. The amount of people, especially in the United States, that suffer with back pain is absolutely unreal. So you find the winning product, step number 1, you identify the problem, and then you backtrack that to the market. So this is where you really want to start. These are the hungry people that you want to go after. They're suffering with a real problem. It doesn't matter if you have the best product on planet Earth. If you're not selling it to people that have a burning problem, you're not going to make any real money. So I just love going into markets that are proven, because even if you get, a tiny slice of this market right here, you're still just going to make money, just because there's so many people actively looking for solutions in this market. Which leads me to number 2, which is you got the winning market. Now you actually need to find the winning product. So again, like most people, they completely go about this the wrong way. Instead of looking for winning products, now you should be looking for winning problems. Because if you just go after like the products, like the real problem with this method is by the time that you see like a quote unquote winning product, it's already just been ran through. There have been so many people that have sold that exact product. And I don't mean any offense when I say this, but you're probably not at the level as a marketer where you can outmarket all the people that are already selling this exact same product as you. It's just not going to happen. On the other hand, you can find a product like in our previous example, right? We had the posture corrector right here, but it's solving a very specific problem. So what you can do is not sell this exact product right here. You can instead solve the same problem, which like we said was poor posture, in another way. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of products that solve this exact same problem, and you can simply find a unique product that solves the same problem in a different way with a different product. The perfect example of this actually is the posture corrector, weird because, you know, I've been in ecom for a while when the posture corrector was a product that just dozens of people just made millions upon millions of dollars because they found a really good market and a really good product, and they had that product market fit. But there was a brand that did this problem research so freaking well. They sold a different product, which was like this little device that you put on your back and it will just automatically remind you to have good posture. That is now a multi 8-figure company simply because they went after problem research and not product research. Let's move on to thing number 3. Gotcha again. All right, so this is going to be all about messaging. So this is really the key when you want to go after buyers that are not going to pay you like 30 or 40 bucks, but they're going to pay you $100, $200, $300 even. And it just becomes so much easier to stay profitable as a business, as an entrepreneur, when you're selling to those higher level customers that are willing to pay you more money. And if you're wondering, Mark, what do you mean by messaging? It's what you say everywhere. So that means on your ad creative, on your ad copy, on your website copy, on your funnels, on your upsells, everything. Any word that is corresponding to your brand should have the same messaging. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you wanna run more profitable ads, you know, probably starting tomorrow, it's simply by calling out the exact person that you actually want to speak to. Especially in e-commerce, a lot of people make this mistake. Exactly what they try to do, they just start running ads on Facebook and they try to target everybody. They'll say like, if you suffer with back pain, here's the perfect product for you. And once again, like most things, this is the exact wrong way to go about it. Instead, you want to call out the people that likely have more disposable income and that will actually spend more money with you. Instead of saying like in our back pain example, you know, are you a person that suffers with back pain? I mean, that's a really shitty hook to begin with. But instead of saying that, you could call out lawyers who are sitting at their desk all day. You could call out entrepreneurs themselves, people like me that I'm literally sitting down right now. You could also call out accountants. It really doesn't matter who you're calling out. The people that are suffering with back pain that also have disposable income, you want to line those up together instead of just broadening the messaging. Because one thing about Facebook ads and about every ads platform out there is they will give you exactly who you're calling out. The targeting on Facebook now, it's barely even done on your ads manager. Most of the targeting now is done in your creative and what do you say in your ad copy. So if you're just being like, hey, if you got back pain, I can help you out, Facebook is going to give you like the shittiest people, the bottom of the fucking barrel. On the other hand, if you say, if you're an accountant, you're probably going to get people that have more disposable income that are going to pay you more money and they're actually going to take your upsells and increase the value of every single customer you have coming into your business. Does it make sense? Good. Every single ad platform out there, they actually rank people based off of how much income they're making, and the people that are making more money obviously are more expensive to market to because they have more disposable income. Simply adjusting your messaging is a perfect way for you to tap into the more profitable audiences literally from day one so that you're not competing with everybody else. That's the cool thing about this method is 99% of people are all going after the same shitty market. You can simply adjust your messaging and go after people that are willing to pay you more money. Solve rich people problems and you will become rich yourself. Let's go on to number 4. This is going to be all about your funnel. And if you don't know what a funnel is, just think about it as your website and getting people from somebody who doesn't really know about your brand to somebody that is paying you over and over and over again. Each time it's worth over $100. That's how you build a brand that's really worth a lot of money. So this is what most people do is they start running ads on a platform like Facebook. Somebody clicks the ad, right? They go right to your website. They see this ugly looking sales page with, you know, just a product. You got some info here and then you got a buy now button. And then as soon as they buy, they see the thank you page. This is what most people do when they're running ads. And this is probably the #1 worst way that you could ever run ads ever in the history of the fucking universe. This is not good. Don't do this. Don't be one of those people. Instead, what you should do is have a real funnel built out and ways that you can maximize the 3-letter word that is the lifeblood of your business, which is your AOV. This is your average order value. On average, people will pay you X amount of dollars every time they buy something from you, depending on the price of your product, but just kind of speaking generally. A good AOV would be $150, $200 plus. If you're selling a product that's $30, $50, but your AOV is like $150, you're cruising. You're going to be destroying most people. So how do you actually set it up? All right, well, let me show you. So first, as normal, you're still going to have the ad on Facebook, but instead of going to, you know, just a standard product page like they did up here, no. You're going to go to a pre-sales page, like an advertorial. And then after the pre-sales page, you're going to go to the actual sales page. So this is the page with all the information actually about your product. You got the images, you got this, you go why us and not them. You got all the information about the actual product. From there, you can go to the order page. And on the order page, not only are you going to have the option to buy the product, but you will have bumps, you will have volume discounts. So like the more they buy with you, the more that you make. And you can also have upsell opportunities here. So instead of just having one product, you have like 4 to 5 products on the actual order page. Now this is where things get really fun. So let's say this is your order page, right? You collect the payment information. People are like, yes, I love you. I want your product. In fact, I want 3 of your products. And so you capture the payment information. You're doing good. This is where you can design your entire upsell path and start offering people more opportunities for you to provide more value and to sell them more products. So for example, after the order page, you successfully collect the info, you can go to an upsell page. And on this page, there is another product that you can sell them. And if they say no to that, you can downsell them to another product. But if they say yes, then you can upsell them to another product. And as you'll see, like the more opportunities and the more offers you get in front of people, the more they're gonna pay you. Like this misconception that people will only buy one thing from you is exactly that. It's a misconception. People want to pay you more money as long as you continue to provide them with more value. If you keep aligning products strategically, like here, like here, like here, then you're just gonna continue to collect more and more cash and improve that 3-letter word that I told you previously, your AOV. And a healthy AOV is a healthy fucking business where you make a lot of money. Now we've covered 4 out of the 5 things. Let's go over the 5th. And the 5th is what I like to call backend. And if you don't know what backend means, the easiest way to think about it that no entrepreneur will tell you for the most part is email and SMS. So sending emails to people before and after they pay you money, and then the same thing with SMS. Now backend is super cool because it is the easiest money that you will make in your entire life. Simply setting up some of the most basic automations on planet Earth that your 6-year-old daughter could do, it will make you 10 to 20% more revenue, basically guaranteed, unless you're really doing something wrong. That could be the difference between you having a profitable day and an unprofitable day, a profitable month and an unprofitable month. So setting these up is actually extremely important, but most people completely neglect it. So now when it comes to backend and setting up email and SMS flows, there's really 2 things that you need to do. Number 1 is just to set up automations. So these are emails that will be sent automatically after somebody purchases, after they opt in, but they don't purchase. It literally runs on autopilot, and it's like the closest thing to passive income that you could probably actually get. And outside of automations, the other thing is just simple broadcasts that you send out to your email list or to your SMS list, let's say just like a few times a week. Now, the only difference between an automation and a broadcast is simply that this one is automated. It runs whether you are at your laptop or not, and then broadcasts are not. These are things that you have to write manually and that you send out to your entire list, let's say 2 to 3 times per week. So with automations, there's really 3 that are like the most important to set up. You could go really deep down the rabbit hole, but I'm just gonna give you 3. Number 1 is gonna be an abandoned cart flow. And so this is a flow that will trigger and send emails to people that opted in for your product yet did not yet purchase. I'm telling you right now, this is some of the easiest money that you'll ever make. Just setting this up once is going to pretty much make you and your business passive income, almost guaranteed. Number 2 is going to be a post-purchase upsell. Now this one's really important because right when somebody purchases, they're in a highly emotional state, and you want to take advantage of that. So right after somebody buys, you want to send them an email to confirm their purchase, but in that email, you can have an upsell for a product that solves another problem and once again adds more value. You have to provide more value. It's not just like selling people more shit, because the more offers you throw in their face, the more fatigued they're gonna get. But if you offer value and then justify it with a product that has a price tag, your take rates and the conversion rates of those upsells will go up tremendously. The third simple automation that you can set up is just gonna be one to gather reviews or ambassadors. So ambassadors are people that you basically partner with and promote your brand for you. So imagine having like a little army of like these little micro influencers that they get paid every time that they refer somebody to you, but because them getting paid by you is less than how much you would normally pay to acquire a customer, it's actually a great way to grow your business. Broadcasts, on the other hand, all I'd recommend here is simply emailing and sending SMS to your list 3 times per week. And people don't understand how to email their list. They think that they need to sell in every single email. I would recommend selling only 20% of the time, maybe even 10%. Emailing your list is like being in a relationship. If you just go to the same person over and over again and just ask, hey, can I have sex with you? And then she says no. And then you come back and you're like, hey, can I have sex with you? She's like, still no. It's the same thing with your list. If you just go and you're like, hey, buy my shit, people are just gonna leave your list. They're gonna unsubscribe. There's no real relationship. So instead of doing that as normal, you wanna add value. You wanna build a relationship so that when you actually do throw that right hook and you ask for the sale, they're more than willing to give it to you. So to recap, number 1, market is more important than anything else. You go after people that are hungry. It's very easy to feed them just about anything. So finding the market is most important, and then you find the product and the messaging to fit that market and to find people that are willing to pay you more money through your funnel. And then the back end will collect any extra cash that you're potentially leaving on the table. So this is exactly what I did, like literally step by step, in order to go from 0, launch a new offer, and go to $4.3 million in the past 12 months. The only thing you're missing at this point is the traffic. So like actually running ads on Facebook, actually running ads on TikTok, on YouTube, wherever you want to. I actually put together a full video of me breaking down how I spent $1.5 million in one ad account, showing you my whole strategy, how I think about ads. So if you want to check out that video, just click around here and check it out. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.